Now, since 1901, the Nobel Prize for Literature has been awarded to a person who, in the words of Alfred Nobel himself, produced, and I'm quoting here, in the field of literature, the most outstanding work in an ideal direction. Well, in the past 10 minutes, the Nobel Prize in Literature has been awarded to the Canadian author Alice Munro. Well, with us to talk over the winner and those who've missed out, here's our arts editor, Will Gompertz. I mean, this is a time of year when we test you.
Every time, George. 10 minutes, quickly.
Because you didn't know anything
I didn't know
before.
you.
No. So what do we know about Alice Munro?
Oh, she's fantastic. I mean, if one can be partisan, I absolutely adore her writing. She's been, you know, at the very, very top of her game since she started in the early 60s, and she's remained there all the way through to her recent autobiography, Dear Life, at which she said she was going to retire from writing, that she'd said everything she had to say.
Her mind.
Well, I hope so. I mean, she really is an astonishingly brilliant author, and I thought she might not win because she's not overtly political, and of late the Nobel Prize for Literature has tended to gone to more political writers. Mo Yan last year, just Vargas Llosa, I remember discussing him with you a couple of years ago. And Alice Munro is political because all art is political, but she writes pretty much about small-town Canada.
So do you welcome that return, if you like, to
I just think I welcome brilliant writing and acknowledging brilliant writing, and there's few writers who are better in the entire world. I mean, she really is a terrific writer. She gets to the heart of what it is to be human.
Do you want to mention some titles, by the way?
Well, I just mentioned Dear Life, which is a recent one, which is very good.
Any others?
No? Well, The Dance of the Happy Days was a very early novel for which you won Canada's prestigious literary awards. There's others like The Progress of Love, and you know, there are a lot of books, and I have my recall is great to go through.
You're doing incredibly well.
And because she writes short stories, I mean, she's you know, reasonably prolific. I mean, she's written quite a lot of books.
I mean, there was this feeling before we heard about the prize that, you know, it was high time a woman won it. It's been some time, I think.
I think she's the 13th woman to win it.
Right, but has it been quite a gap? I mean, will that have played any part, do you think, in the way they... I mean, I know they're highly secret, these people who choose it, but...
I doubt it. You know, I mean, it's interesting that since 1901, I think she's the 13th woman to win.
They've acknowledged that there have been an embarrassingly few women winners.
Yeah, I'd really genuinely think, I hope it's awarded for great writing. And of course, we always get the same list, don't we? Will it be Murakami? Will it be Bob Dylan? Will it be Philip Roth? You know, there hasn't been an American winner.
Well, for 20 years.
Yeah, since Toni Morrison in 1993. It's a long time ago. So there's always all that speculation, but always on that list, for many, many years, has been Alice Munro. So this is her year.
And finally, I mean, you say an American hasn't won it. I mean, what does it take, do you think? I mean, is there any pattern one can establish? Because, you know, you talk about Philip Roth. Well, what a body of work.
What a body of work.
You know, so why hasn't he won it, you know?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of interesting people. You know, Nabokov didn't win it either. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of interesting people who haven't won it. I mean, Churchill won it. Yeah. Extraordinary. I mean,
I saw that today.
Where did that come from?
Yeah,
you know,
quite.
because of his ability to communicate using the written word. That's really what the prize is for. That's what great literature is. Somebody who can open our eyes to the world, or make us see them familiar differently, but just by using words. It sounds easy. It's remarkably difficult. And for me, Alice Munro is one of the best in the world doing it.
Just to get very, very quickly, sort of gritty. I mean, now does this mean now her books are going to fly off the shelves, or
it's not like the book about a prize. It's not the same thing as the book Abounds. So I think that it probably won't make a huge commercial difference, but it makes a huge difference to how her work will be viewed in historical terms, I think. I mean, there are great omissions, but I mean, the idea that she would die and not have won the prize would have been a really terrific, I mean, terrible omission.
Well, thank you very much.
George, it's always a pleasure.
I look forward to the next one next year. All right.